Hello, my little lovebirds. TonyaTko here. And, ooh, it has been so long since I've done a video that I'm going to start out this video with a hug. Hug me, hug me. Oh, gosh. I love you guys. And I miss you all so very much. You have no idea. So I put the time in my schedule today to make this video. As most of you know, I spend most of my time, and as soon as I start recording the video, I don't know if you guys can hear that because I have my sound filter on. Oh, excuse my finger. I got cut yesterday trying to put something together. I should have been wearing my gloves, but oh, I put my special formulas on there and my deep gash is gone. You can still see a little bit of the pinkness, but oh, back to the video. I put the time in my schedule to make this video today. A lot of you don't know that I have a skincare company called TKO Skin. Some of you know because you guys helped me come up with the name. But listen, today's video is sponsored by my loofah. This is my pure Egyptian loofah that I import straight from Egypt, and it's a lot better than the loofah that they sell at Target and at Target's and, you know, the other local places, the Asian loofah that's really small and hard and doesn't really get moist. This one, oh, I can't even explain how you get a very thorough and very meaningful scrub from this, and the fibers help exfoliate your skin, lift off the upper layer of dead skin cells. I use this to help me get rid of my stretch marks because it sloughs off the upper layer of skin and helps you create skin anew. So I definitely recommend you go over and get this. I'll give you guys $1 off coupon at the end of the video or below, you know, for the people who watch the whole video. But make sure you go over to my website, tkoskin.com. Sign up on the mailing list. I'm always coming out with new products, always coming up with coupons, etc., etc. Like this right here is one of my... You know what? Today we're going to be talking about a secret that I had for 16 years. And before we get into that, you know, I just want to inform you all, never be ashamed of something that you're naturally good at. If anything, you should use that natural ability to drive you towards something that you love to do. Me personally, I am I'm very picky. I won't say that I'm snobby, but I'm very, very particular, and I like for things to be a certain way, and I like a certain level of quality when I go to a restaurant, when I'm buying clothes, when I go out. And it's this driving force inside of me to have the best that makes me search all over the world for different ingredients and different things which are the best to give to you guys. So this is what, if you want to know what TonyaTko bathes with, this is what TonyaTko bathed with. This is a natural Castile soap with pure vanilla beans in it. And if the only vanilla you've ever come into contact with is in vanilla extract or anything of the such, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like real vanilla has so many different layers of fragrance. You know how like dogs can smell like, this is so embarrassing to compare us to dogs, but you know how dogs can smell like different, I don't know, things in, I don't know, they can smell very well. But the human beings, we have very great senses of smell as well, not as good as dogs, obviously. But there's certain like real fresh fruit. Like I remember I had an orange grown in Nevis, and the layers of flavor were so profound. Like it didn't just taste like orange. There were so many different hints from being grown in fertile soils, etc. So if you have never smelled pure vanilla, these are the vanilla seeds. I don't know if you can see them. See the black vanilla beans? I don't know. I gotta fix my autofocus. But there's so many different layers of fragrance, and vanilla is very nourishing and very moisturizing. And when you deal with natural product is very, it has personality. Like right now, it's cold in here, so my soap is kind of cloudy. But normally it's very clear like this. This is a lavender scent. You know what? Oh, let's get back to the video. But I definitely want you guys to go over to my website, join the mailing list over there, because I'm always coming out with new things. My Cocoa Kisses lip balm is almost done, and I got the compacts for it. But there's going to be because it's curved, labels don't stick to the top. So I have to get each one physically printed by a printer. And so if I do that, I have to get 5,000 of them. So when I come out with my lip balm, you guys better buy. All right. So listen, oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Sheila Blendrella. She's a makeup artist, among other things, and she's a very sweet young lady, and she helped give me an idea for my lip gloss, because you know I've been trying to come up with a natural lip gloss, and you would be surprised, but lip glosses have so many artificial and synthetic chemicals in them that are just, it's really profound. So coming up with a natural lip gloss that's clear has been quite difficult. And she recommended some, I spoke with her and we came up with glycerin and lanolin. My New York accent. And so I wanted to give her a shout out for helping me out with those suggestions. So listen, I'm always open to natural things and natural remedies that you guys come up with. Come over to my website, shoot me an email. I'm always open for that. So let's get into the secret. Are you guys ready? Okay. I had a secret for 16 years, and you know, keeping stuff like that, keeping something like that inside can alter, it can become a part of who you are. You know how human beings, we have this natural tendency to like if you think about something long enough, it can seem like reality, or you can hold something in and that can shape the direction that your life will go into. Well, I had a secret that I held on to since I was in college, and I'm going to present 2 or 3 different secrets at the end of this video, and I want you to tell me what it is that you would do. What it is that you would do with those types of secrets. So there's some secrets that become a part of who you are, and I didn't realize that I was carrying this. I didn't realize that it weighed anything until I let it go. Now listen, all secrets are not deceptive secrets or lies. I got into an argument with a young lady on my Facebook page because she was like, that's why I'm happy I don't lie and live my life full of deceit. All secrets are not deceitful. Some secrets are things that you just hold in. They hold in and they grow and they become so intertwined with the fabric of your being that that secret soon becomes who you are. And I'm here to tell you, oh, let it go. Let that burden down. And before you do that, I want you to, you know what? I just want to say this, right? All information is not meant for all people at all times. And I wish that ladies would realize this when they're going out on dates with young men and disclosing far too much. There's nothing wrong, honey, with keeping some things to yourself. But you know the difference between discretion and holding on to something. Oh, be discreet. Keep some things to yourself. Some things are not meant to be said always. But there are some things that become a part of your core existence that you hold on to for years. Years. And I'm telling you, breathe deep. And I want, after you see this video, I want you to contemplate telling it. But like I said, all things are not meant to be told at all times. So think about it. Is the coast clear? Were you in a dangerous situation before and you're no longer in that situation, and now you can breathe, you can whoo-sa, and let it go? So that's number 1. I want you to think about your life. Did this secret alter the direction of your life or the lives of others? And will telling this secret harm the direction of your life or the direction of others? If not, let it go. Let it go. Sometimes the coast is clear and you can breathe. Breathe. So I want all of you that are holding something in, especially if you've been holding it in for some time, let it go. Let it go. And like I said, I didn't realize that I didn't realize that my secret weighed anything, but I realized that my secret altered the course of my life. And holding this information in altered the course of other people's lives as well. So I'm going to present you guys 2 different scenarios. because the young lady that I got into the argument with was under the impression that all secrets are lies and that you should tell all things at all times, etc., etc. I want you guys to tell me what you would do. When I was 18, I was 17. When I was 17 and I was getting my acceptance letters to college, my mother found out that she had cancer. And my mother didn't tell me. And so while I was celebrating my acceptances, she held this inside. And as a result, I went off to college. For those of you who know me from real life, you know that I went to Clark Atlanta University, and I am who I am today because of Dr. Eichelberger and the film program there at CAU, the same film program and teacher that taught Spike Lee. I'm here right now because of this. And if my mother would have told me that she had cancer, I would not have gone away to school. As a matter of fact, my mother passed away my sophomore year while I was away at college, and I had not seen my mother for months, and I was very surprised and very distraught. But when I realized that my mother found out around the same time that I was getting acceptances to college, when I found out that information, what I did was I decided to do my mother proud. I could have dropped out of school because, believe me, oh, I was hurt. You know, because there is no love like a mother's love. And instead of squandering her sacrifice, I put my best foot forward and I did what I had to do and I finished. Oh, and I got my degree. And I am who I am today because of that. So I want to ask, what would you do if you were a parent and you found that you were dying around the same time that your child was going to go off and live their life? What would you do? So that's one secret right there that changed me. And another secret that I held on to, and I am a little bit on the fence about this one, so I want you to tell me what you think. Okay. When I was in my 20s, my best friend's man hit on me. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. He tried to get with me. And I was very confused by how he could do something like that to my best friend. And I contemplated the alternatives. I said, you know what? I could tell her. And once you disclose a secret like that, one of two things, or two of many things, can happen. Number one, she knows that you know that her man is a cheat. How does that affect the relationship that you have with your friend? How will that affect the relationship? Because you know what? These people, that they're having sex, this is the person she's intimate with and she's been with for more than a year. So how will it alter if she decides to stay with him? Then there's one other person out there, you, who knows exactly what type of person he is. So how will that affect how she sees you? Number two, she might think there's something you did to provoke it. And where does that leave you? So there were so many. So I contemplated the scenarios over and over and over and over in my head, and I realized that there was no upside. There was no upside because she was so madly in love with this guy that she was not going to leave him. And I felt that telling her would have caused us some beef. So I am on the fence about that one. What would you do in that situation? I ended up telling her years later, but you know what? There's a part of me that wished that I had told her early, because this guy turned out, oh my goodness, the guy turned out to have a disease. And she found out like 2 years later that he had a disease, like one of those diseases that don't go away. Oh, I'll say it. He had herpes, right? So she found out that he had herpes, and there was a part of me that was like, wow, you know what? I left this guy, he had poor character. And I left my friend exposed to him for an additional year when I could have said something. It would have caused a strain on our relationship, but at least I would have told the truth. I would have gotten it out there. She would have known that this guy was a scoundrel, and perhaps it could have saved her. Well, you know, she didn't end up with, as far as I know, she didn't end up with the disease, but this person, he was a lowlife. And you know, if I could do things all over again, I won't give my answer about what I would do. I want you to tell me what you would do. Number one, if you found out that you had an illness and your child was going off to school. Number two, if your best friend, give me the pros and cons. Tell me what you would do in that case. And I wanted to give a shout out to a young lady by the name of Tabby from my Facebook page. She's a young lady who's had a very tremendous life full of ups and downs, and she always keeps it real. And she told me on my page about this burden that she held inside, about how she felt about her mother and some of the things that her mother used to do to her when she was young. And she let it out, and her mother was in denial or whatever, blah blah blah. But she said it felt good when she told, you know what, let me speak on this before I end this video. Speaking of things being done to you when you're young, to all of the people out there who have ever had somebody touch them inappropriately, it is not your fault. Don't think, oh, you were just too sexy as a child, or oh, you shouldn't have been wearing that popping lip gloss and that wouldn't have made that person touch you, or oh, you shouldn't have had such a fat little kid booty. No, honey. It is not your fault. Adults are put here. Adults grow and they learn, and they're our protectors. And people who are older than us, they know better. It's not your fault. So if you're holding on to a secret like that, please tell somebody. Believe me, it's not your fault, and there is life after molestation. You can get counseling. You can go on to live a very full and prosperous and wonderful life without this person always impending down or impounding down and looming upon you, stopping you from being able to go off and live your life to the fullest of your capability or the fullest of your potential. That type of secret, in all honesty, please, let that secret go. Not only do you need help, but that person needs help too. And you holding on to that is stopping you from getting help, and stopping that person from getting help, and and putting other people in danger too. I mean, much like my friend, if I would have told that secret, then I could have saved her from coming into contact with a man who who had a problem. And his problem showed itself in many different ways. So if there's somebody around you who has abused you, you not only need help, but you need to get help for this person too. And telling somebody will get this person the help that they need. And most importantly, help you. Let that go. It's not your fault. You don't need to carry that. You don't need to carry that anymore. So please, from this day forward, I want you, after you watch this video, to contemplate letting that secret go. And then come back and tell me how it felt. Sometimes you don't realize how heavy things are until you take them off, darlings. Oh, God, I love you guys. So the coupon for the loofah, I love this loofah. It gets really nice and soft when it's wet, and it gives you a great scrub. So the coupon for that is going to be 1 off loofah. I'll put it down below. You can click to go straight to my website. And my vanilla bean bath is not ready quite yet, so I'm still trying to make it a little bit thicker. Right now the soap is very, very thin, so I want to make it thicker, and I want to so that the beans can stay suspended in there. So listen, I love you guys more than you may ever realize. I live to make videos. Oh. So listen, please put your comments below. If you've never commented before, make sure you comment now. And give me a, let's hug it out before I go. Hug, 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 hug. Love, 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 love. Love, I love you guys. And thank you to all the people who told me about my audio problems. I fixed my camera, so tell me what you think about that. Anyway, I'm out. I got to get back to work. There are a lot of different things that are calling me. Part of the reason that I can't come out with a new product is because I'm always backlogged in orders, because the demand is much greater than I can do by myself. So I'm in the process of getting some interns and trying to hire a person. Anyway, listen, let me get out of here. Another 20-minute video. I love you guys. TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace.